Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday in the Word. Today we're looking at the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, and several verses here, verses 14 to 17. We look at the question of taking the wrong path. Now, in the book of Proverbs, a king is sharing his lessons of life with his son, who will one day be king. He is preparing him and getting him ready to serve and be a leader of men. And in doing so, he shares with us many thoughts of wisdom. For instance, we can look at this in this way. He condemns in this book injustice, lust, greed, anger, dishonesty, and laziness. Now, that's just to name a few. But all of these things, he said, are destructive to the administration of the kingdom here on earth, to the kingdom of Israel in his case. And they are destructive to the kingdom of God that's here on earth as well, aren't they? If these things are found within the kingdom, then the kingdom will fail. And the point he wants to make to us is that the choice of evil always leads to greater evil. Now let me read these verses to you. Do not enter the path of the wicked. Do not proceed in the way of evil men. Avoid it. Do not pass by it. Turn away from it and pass on. For they cannot sleep unless they do evil. They are robbed of sleep unless they make someone stumble. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. You and I know as God's children that every day the choice of evil is offered to us. It's the easy way. Some would say, oh, it's the most profitable way. Others will say, well, even if we choose it, no one would ever know. And maybe even we think, oh, what if we do it? It's just this one time. But what the Father here in the book of Proverbs is saying to his son is, the choice of evil is a trap. It leads us down a path to greater evil. It doesn't draw us closer to the Lord. It doesn't get us closer to our parents, our family, our loved ones, our wives, our children, but rather it tears us away from all of our previous relationships. This evil will consume us. Poor choices that we make today change us for tomorrow. We can even become unrecognizable to those who once knew us. Now here we conclude with some happy notes now. If you have taken this path, I want you to know that God is gracious and merciful. He calls you back from this way of life. He seeks to bring you out of that ruin, back to your good relationships, your reputation, and even your own health. That's the God that we have, the God of second chances, the God of love. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, the Proverbs writer says. And by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. You may have stepped on the wrong path. You may be going the wrong direction this morning. But God is reaching out to you through His Word and saying to you, come back. You've forsaken me, you've walked away from me, but I will never forsake you. Depart from that way. Depart from evil and come back to God. May this be a word of encouragement to you and strength, a word of warning to stay off the path that certainly will destroy you. And may God bless your week.